Ooh, man said that Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds are gold.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live and in effect. Grown Arse Men in the building. Make some noise. Yeah, Christmas time and all that. Yeah. So listen, guys, we need you guys to obviously give us a shout out. Let us know that we're being seen. We're looking good. And that you are blessed, yeah? Blessed are the blessed because we don't care that much now. Everyone can see the jumpers, yeah? Who's winning the jumper challenge right now? Who's winning that? Look at the Pan-African though. He looks so happy. Hey,
I got banter on, man.
He looks so happy.
This is my some artistic banks and shit.
Alright, listen, before we get into things, as usual, let's do it right. Let's introduce who we got in the building. So I want to start from Man Like Reindeer, yeah? Let's go.
Mr. D, aka Rain Bear today. You get me?
Rain Bear.
I don't even feel like a Pan-African in this, bruv. I'm just Dwayne.
You're not. Next one.
Nick Clark, and I want to say hello. Ho.
He can't help it.
You know what? You need more conviction next time.
No, because I wasn't going to say it, and then like halfway through, I was going to say it.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. G Banks in the building. Bear aggression.
Yeah, Rakes, what's going on?
Oh, gosh. Killed my vibe.
Listen, you killed my vibe. Let's rewind that one. Let's do it again.
I'm dead, boy.
Let's do it again.
No pressure, alright?
Why?
Let's do it again, please.
Hey, it's Marlon Rakes.
Hey, let's do the fingers, man. Oh, man. And listen, I'm your host as usual, yeah? Too nice to be seen. It is what it is, yeah? Stevie Wonder and all that, use up because you can't see me. Right. Let's go. The episode 10, and this one is about partners versus friends. Let me just explain a little bit about what it is, so we can kind of delve into it, and then we can obviously get to the stream and see what everyone's saying. Right, first of all, just before I do continue, a few people are actually saying jumpers on fleek, on point, blah blah blah. Yeah, so but I want to know who's winning.
Who's winning?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Jeffrey's not gonna win.
You're trying to make
let me jump into
your own opinion, some artistic shit.
Right. So partners versus friends. So basically, what we're asking you is
Money don't buy style.
Where's the chocolate?
Oh man. Right. So what we're actually asking you is it an issue if your partner does not like your friend? Yeah. Associate it with your best friend to make it easier. Do you then go out of your way to keep distance between your partner and your best friend? Do you do the opposite and try to show your partner what is so good about your friend, or vice versa? Or do you just don't care? Who wants to kick this one off?
Right. I'll go ahead.
It depends on what the reason is. You got to give me a valid reason, innit? I've got to have a valid reason. If it's someone who's like my boy, or doesn't have to be my boy, but like someone who's close to me, you've got to give me a valid reason as to why you don't like. You can't just rock up and tell me, "Oh no, I don't like him." Like, I'm not trying to hear that. So if you give me a valid reason, like I don't know, he's been looking at you a certain way, or then I can hear you and then I can address that. But unless you're giving me a valid reason, you're gonna have to deal with that, unfortunately.
The thing is, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that you just got to deal with each other. The fact is, whether you like each other or not, I don't really care. Like, ideally, it works out better for me if you guys do like each other. But either way, you're both going to be in my lives. I'm not sitting there picking anybody over anybody. At the end of the day, if your friend's been there for a period of time, you know, it's just man code. You can't just be locking off your friends for girl. I know too many of you men love to lock off your friends for gal, and you know what? That's the wrong thing to do. And I'm telling you from now.
I love that passion. I love that passion.
No, man, this a man do that on a regular basis.
It's more of a woman.
Nah, guys do it. Nah, not at all. Like if your girl thinks that your male friend is a dog, if your girl thinks your male friend's a dog and she doesn't like you around it, then all of a sudden you stop liking being around it. This is what happens to these men, and then they're like, no, you know, I don't want to be around it. It's their decision.
I've never experienced
so that. Listen, you probably have. You don't even know it. You stop talking to me. She got the Jedi on you, man. She got Jedi.
There's guys out there that do that, bro.
I'm not saying there's not, but for me it's more of a woman trait. Like, they just block off friends like it's nothing, boy.
I don't know about it.
I'm with my man.
No, women. I say women's friendships are a bit more.
So let me take it to Rakes on this one, yeah. HBK. That means heartbreak kid for those who don't watch. Yeah. Right. So you get with somebody, yeah, and you know I'm putting it out there. You fall in love, yeah. So you're now in love with your partner forever.
What's funny?
Right. Now listen. You're now in love with your partner, yeah, but she has a massive problem with Nick. Yeah, a massive problem with Nick. Yeah, you and Nick are very, very close. What do you do with this person that you are in love with? And what do you do about Nick?
Why are you thinking?
Yeah. Wow. Wow, you are a traitor. Can I speak?
I'm sorry.
You just that's poor scared me.
The sound effects on it.
You've got to go in it. At the end of the day, she's my future. Personal joke.
Oh, that was
That's it. Commendable.
That it just couldn't work. At the end of the day, you know, my boys are, you know, they're part of me. Like, I'm not saying they're fully in a relationship with me, but you have to appreciate that it kind of comes with a package. Like, and I couldn't get rid of him.
But let me put a little bit of juice onto the end of that question. Would you ask Nick to change anything about himself or the way he acts around her? Remember, this is the woman you love.
No, firstly, we wouldn't have got to the point where I'm in love with her and and she's not fully aware of Nick and what Nick is about and,
You would've got to the
his
second
character. Say it again.
You want to go to the second date?
You know what? No, he's gone. Fucking man, already know. Yeah, like I just don't think we would have got to that point where she wouldn't have understood Nick, and we would have addressed that early days.
Alright, so is there ever an instance, and let me put this one to Darren and Dwayne as well. Is there ever an instance where the friend has to go or change?
Like
For the sake of love.
Little circumstance at the end of the day. If the friend has actually done something that's effed up to me or something like that, and it's then been highlighted to me, then maybe possibly you can look at those avenues. But generally, you should be aware of all that kind of thing. So I can't personally see in my life how that would happen.
No, I don't. These things happen, guys. These things happen. It's not every missus loves off their guy's best friend. These things happen. I just think, I think, like Dee said, it's circumstantial. And for me, it just depends on the reason as to why you don't like him. If you don't like him for what I consider to be just some basic reason, then you're just going to have to get over yourself. But if you don't like him because there's something that he's done to you, he's disrespected you in any kind of way, shape or form, then I'm going to have to approach Nick and say, bruh, this is what she's saying to me. Give me your side of the story. What's happened? Do you know what I mean? And like I said, that has to be something what I feel like it's truly disrespecting.
Like you said, if it's a character thing, like that's your own business.
Right.
But if it's something specific that he's done that's made you feel a certain way, then I can address that.
Yeah.
All right, let me add something onto this as well. Sorry, because sometimes I've got to give these questions a bit of legs. Right. I'm going to add something in. I'm going to put it to the married men out there who we've got as Dwayne and Jeffrey. It's your wives that we're talking about,
And yourself?
Yeah, all right, cool. I'll answer as well. Yeah, but we're talking about your wives. Yeah, so picture your own life right now. You're married. You've got kids. She is now giving you an ultimatum. Nick. I'm going to use Nick. Yeah. Let me get Nick's reaction on this. I'm going to use Nick. Nick has got to go to save your marriage and to stop your children's lives from changing. What are you going to do, guys?
That's my point. Let me tell you. I'm telling you now.
Is the why important?
I'm telling you. The ultimatum part is important. Don't throw no ultimatums on me. The fact of the matter is, if you want to do that, then you must be real expendable because you can't come to me like that. You can't come to me like that because I would never go to you like that. Even if I dislike someone, you can highlight the fact that you dislike the person, but don't you dare try and make me decide. I think that's this. No, you shouldn't. It's my life. I'm my own individual. I'm allowed to have friends who I want to be.
Can I say one thing? Like, listen to the question. Your wife and your children are at stake.
No, but hear what you're saying. But the thing is, my wife. The reason is you're right. If there's a reason, it's a whole different. But the fact is that the type of I don't believe that you should be with someone that's going to throw out those type of ultimatums willy-nilly, like, oh, because they don't like someone, oh, I don't think you should be with them. Well, fine, go, bye.
So does it make a difference if a man said, well, fine, go, bye?
One second. Let me just expand. Maybe G's forgot the point about the question. It was your kids' lives are at stake as well. So you can't just say go on, fine.
You know what? Okay, I hear that, but to be honest with you, I don't, because I think it leads down a dark path. I think the moment in which someone tells you or gives you that choice, they're then trying to control a section of your life, if you ask me. And this is why I'm so zero tolerant on it, because I don't use the art of manipulation to make anybody do what you want them to do. I think the fact is, if you love someone, I think if you love someone, then you should give them a level of trust to have the friends that they want to have. Simple.
Listen, I don't want to interrupt anything here, but it's just so it's great when you get these notifications that Joella is watching. It's just brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it.
She knows.
But listen, let me quickly take you to the stream. I'm going to go straight on to Dwayne and Nick. I'm sorry about this guy. Right, Mary has said, true friendships should never be compromised by partners. Loving the jumpers, by the way, yeah?
Respect.
So you get a thumbs up. Respect. Ashley is also giving you the thumbs up with the jumpers. Williams J. Silver has said, I agree. No ultimatum. Yeah, all right. D, what are you saying about this one?
I was going to pick on what G said. Like, with the ultimatums, if you allow for one ultimatum, that becomes a habit. And then that's a tool that will be used over and over again. You can't really allow for that, in my opinion. It does matter why the ultimatum has come, because I don't know, I'm not saying you would or nothing, but Nick might have moved here or something. That's the goddamn problem. You know what I mean? So therefore, I can understand the ultimatum in that kind of circumstance. But generally, like I said, knowing my friend, there's not going to be something's not going to happen, but we're going to come to that.
Can I just touch on that? Like, I want to pick up on what you said. No ultimatums. Well, sorry, the ultimatum depends on the reason. And for me, like, I'm not going to be with somebody who's just going to try and give me an ultimatum
for nothing.
Yeah. So I'm having to look at it and say, well, why is my wife going to give me an ultimatum? And she knows, like, this is my boy. Like, I've grown with this guy. Whatever the situation may be, like, this guy is obviously is my dog. So she's not just going to come and give me an ultimatum willy-nilly. So I've got to look at both sides of the story. I can't just say, well, that's my boy, so you got, that's it.
And that's what I'm saying.
The fact is, your woman should be able to have a conversation. If my woman came to me and said that Nick moved him, I would have a conversation with Nick. I'd say, Nick, what's the situation? Nick would then, and then, we could all sit down and have a good conversation about it together, and then find out and try and resolve the situation. That's my point. Like, that's the way in which you should go. No, I don't think you should ever have gone down the road of, oh, you know what, if you want him in your life, I should go. Listen, dude, I just don't agree with that.
So what you're saying, if your missus comes to you with that though, yeah? Clearly, if she knows how tight you are, clearly there's some substance to what she's saying.
This is when you have the conversation. You address it. If it's true, if we all sit down together and we discover that he has tried to move, then obviously the friendship's done. That's
a whole different situation.
Hold on a minute. Are we talking about moving to her whilst with you, or say if it happened historically? Before you met, he had moved to her, and he had done it in a disrespectful way, which is why she actually dislikes him.
You should have told me
from the beginning. Yeah. All right, cool.
That's not a reason.
But now you're married. Yeah, you're in a marriage. What happened?
You can't bring that up then. You can't bring up that. If you bothered you that much, you wouldn't have him at the wedding.
We've all moved on.
You wouldn't have him at the wedding.
We have to get over that.
So does it make a difference if the friend that your wife wants you to get rid of is a female?
Well, it will more than likely make it more.
It make it easier for me.
I agree with Dwayne on that.
I agree with that.
Make it easier because my boys are my boys. We are linked. I don't have females that no, sorry guys, but I don't have the females that I feel I can't live without kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the truth. You know what? And I agree with you on that. When it comes to female friends, I do have female friends.
I'm sorry, ladies.
I've scaled down my female friends because you know what it is, because there's a different, because that's more also about, it could be a trust, or it could be an issue, it could be something in relation to the woman.
So picking up on what you've just both said. So basically, are you saying that if the friend is a female, it's kind of more acceptable for your wife to give you the ultimatum?
No. I'm not saying never give me an ultimatum.
I'm saying it's easier for me to chop off.
Yeah, it's more understandable. And to be honest with you,
why?
Because I just told you,
if that's genuinely your friend, no outside.
I'm not saying I would. See, I'm saying it's easier for me. Like with my boy, I don't know what you have to do something fucked up.
And you know
for
what
me
it
to
is?
say,
You know what it is as well?
If I see at a level of friendship, it doesn't matter whether you are a boy or.
But there is no female that I have that at the same level.
You know what it is as well? I actually
No.
give the thing is that I think you underestimate. I think women have a certain sense, and I think that a lot of my woman turns around and she says to me, "Look, yeah, that friend's cool, but I think she likes you." Then she knows she likes me. Like I think no, that's the point. And if she thinks she likes me, then automatically I'll be like, okay, let me just assess the situation from her perspective, see why that, and then if that's the case, I'll distance myself if need be.
Cool, but for me, if that woman is my friend and there's nothing untoward has ever happened between us prior to my wife and whilst my wife has been there, then your intuition is off radar.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I understand.
There's nothing that's happened.
No,
so
I understand.
There's no justified reason for me to
I
get.
agree. And if you
know?
come to me with nothing except for the fact that you just don't like them, then I'm not going to take that on board. But if I'm saying if you come to me and you're like, I don't really like that female friend or whatever, and, you know, the vibe I'm getting from her, or, you know, there's something which she's done previously, and the way she if she contacts you late or something, I'll take this on board and I'll think, okay, if the situation was reversed, it might bother me a bit, so I'd understand and I'll distance myself in accordance because she's my wife.
Alright, let me take it to the stream and see what a few people are saying. Cheryl has actually said, just before we went on to discussing this part, you're already married. I think when I gave the example, you're already married, so your wife should already know your friends. So any issues with friends should have been sorted before the wedding. Yeah, correct? I think we're all in agreement with that. Paula has said, hey everyone, looking all Christmassy. Yeah, shout out to the Christmas jumper. Right, Carlene has said, D, we're cool. I'm not happy right now. Good father to my child, yeah. Shout out to Carly on that one, yeah.
I'm father to her child.
Listen, Carly, just keep your Oyster card closed, yeah. You might have to go. Right, Danielle has said, I don't have to like my partner's friends, as I don't have to put myself around them. And situations that we are in can just remain civil out of respect for my partner. Yeah, I'm also in agreement with that.
Yeah. I disagree with it.
And I think too many people put too much emphasis on everybody has to be your friends. Do you understand what I mean? You can have a separate stream of friendship, even with your partner.
I agree, but I think in my experience, what a lot of women like is time. So if you want that,
said a lot of women. Yeah, carry on.
what do you say?
Sorry, carry on.
Right, yeah, and I think in order to enable that they get that time, you have to share your time that you have with your boy, sometime with your woman, and bring her around your boy. So she's gonna have to be around them, and especially if they get partners and we're all going out for dinner together and stuff. Like, you're gonna have to get used to it. So it's all good and well saying, "Oh, I just won't be around them," but realistically, if we're friends, if I'm friends with you, with everyone here, yeah, and we have been friends for 15, 20 years, yeah, I can't just lose them because I'm with you, or I can't. So I'm going off tangent a bit.
We're sticking with you, bro. Yeah, carry on.
But you're gonna have to get to you. You can't just not be around them, basically. I don't agree with that because everybody isn't the same way. For me, I bring my missus around. It's not a problem for me. But some people are not like that. They like to have their missus here and their friends here, and that's how they operate, and it works well for them.
That's not healthy for me.
No. For you, but that works for many others.
I like a certain separation, but I also like to know that when it comes to the point where they are around each other,
they're cool.
I can leave them and there's no tension.
That's what I'm saying. This is the point. That's what I'm saying. I'll leave my woman in the house with my fridge. It's not a problem. Like, that's what, and I think that's how it's supposed to be. I can leave my woman chilling in the house with like my brethren, and there's no. I don't think about. I'm not saying anything. Oh, what's good? No, everyone's cool and everyone gets on, and that's how I prefer it. But at the same time, I do agree with you, Nick, because I do think that people do need to have your own lane. People love to get too incorporated all the time in each other's lives, and I think that, no, but it's true. But I think that really and truly, you do need to make sure that you separate a little bit. Like, make sure that you have your own friendships, but just be able to incorporate everyone from time to time.
Sorry, the whole thing about them knocking off certain people that you've been around for time, though. So suppose you're the tightest person in your life is your cousin. Where does it stop? So what they can start?
We're not agreeing that it's cool.
I'm just saying, like, if you start saying no, I don't like that friend, they can start saying, you know that cousin that you.
I'm going to put something on this as well. I personally think that when you're with the person that you love, or you're going to have a long-term or a life relationship with, I personally think that sometimes friendships with other people, whether it be male or women, evolve. Yeah, so they have to change. And that may come naturally, or it may be a conscious decision.
Yeah.
But sometimes they have to change for the good of what's going to be my life. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys to bits, no homo.
Exactly.
You are not cuddling me at night time, yeah?
So, and that's my point.
Do you understand what I mean? It might change.
That's your future.
But if you're saying ultimatums talk, though, that's the problem. Because once it comes to that point there, it's like, oh, right, you think that
there are different ways of dealing with it.
No, but the thing about it, this is what I'm saying. It's not. It's not. You got. For me, I don't think you can just totally rule out an ultimatum. Because, like I said, it depends on the reason why there is an ultimatum. Something has to be extremely serious for you to come to me and give me an ultimatum. Because my missus is going to know I'm not going to entertain an ultimatum for any willy-nilly reason. It's got to be something serious that's going to make me think to myself, Raj, you know what? Like, this is something I really and truly have to address.
But surely she should address you without the ultimatum.
Okay, that's my point. I don't do ultimatums. From them, my back's up. Conversation.
Ultimatum is just a strong word.
No, listen, if you told me
automatically, like you're automatically on the fence.
No. Let's use ultimatum. Because if your missus comes to you, knowing your missus, and she comes to you and says, D, you know what? On a real, like, Nick
or me,
that friendship, I know you guys have been boys, but it can't work anymore because of ABC. Yeah? If she comes to you and says that, hold on. If she comes to you and says that, do you not think to yourself, Raw, that is unlike my missus? There must be a real valid reason as to why she's come and said that.
That's a good point. But no, I'm not right. I'm not saying to you that she hasn't got a good point. My thing is, you didn't need to hit me up with ultimatums.
That's exactly it. Thank you.
You could have come to me with, listen, D.
Here's the situation.
This is the situation between me and Nicholas. I'm not too happy with it. Like, what do you think is the best course of action or something? Don't come to me with some ultimatum straight away. That doesn't work.
That's all I'm saying. I completely agree. We can discuss it.
It's all about the approach.
Yeah, we can discuss it, fine. And I'm sure that if you told me something, I'm sure I can probably agree with it. Like, if you turn around and you come to me with something that's serious and say, he did try and talk to or whatever, then I'm sure that we can work it out, and we could, even if it does mean him getting locked up. But the moment you come to me with an ultimatum, then it's just not acceptable.
Alright, let me take it to the streams. Right, as well, guys, shout out to all the people who are sharing the live video. Dion, Michelle,
thank you.
We see you out there. Thank you very much. Right, we've got one here. Cheryl said, the fact of the matter is you can't get along with everyone, so sometimes you just have to be civil and hold a corner and humble yourself.
That's it.
And you know what? That's better than an ultimatum in my eyes. Ashley has said, I have a male friend that I regard as a best friend, and my friendship with him has caused issues in a few of my past relationships. Right, I just want to touch on that one. If it's called issues in a few of your past relationships, there might be a problem.
He's a lurker. He's lurking.
There might be a problem.
He wants to go.
Actually, big up yourself, I appreciate the comment. Asari has said, I agree with friends. Have to be a valid reason. My friends and I have been through a lot, so it would need to be a good reason to dash where them friendship there. Yeah? Cool. Next one. Danielle has said, ultimatum is a no-no, causes arguments.
That's right. Of course it does.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to you, like, it's cool to give an ultimatum. I'm just simply saying, for someone to do that, it must be something serious.
We get that, D. We get
you about the ultimatum. It's cool.
That's all I'm saying.
You got to approach differently. So it's not acceptable.
Has anyone ever been in a situation where they've said to their boys, I know boys, like, everything's good. you know my boys and stuff, but this is my future.
Well, you know what? Now that you say that, I've actually been in a situation where my boy said that to me, I remember it like it was yesterday. We all hey guys, we all listen guys, they're talking about me. I just realised they're talking about me. I'm going to keep it very, very real. And you know what? And I will stick to what I said before. And if you remember, friendships and relationships evolve and have to change. I believe I did say that. There's no moonwalking around here. Yeah? And just like that change, certain relationships change. You move on. And look where we are now. I'm talking about me, guys. So, for all the people in there, to just kind of get it back on track as well, was I wrong for believing in a relationship and changing my friendship with people? I didn't lock no one off, by the way, just so to kind of be very clear.
You need to explain to the public.
I can't remember. I can't be honestly honest. Yeah.
Honest, though.
Speak honestly, bro.
considering who the relationship was with and where it is now, yeah, you was wrong to say that because she ain't around.
Okay. And you know what? I give that, but at the same time,
Yeah, he was young, but we're still here.
but
And we're still here.
my point exactly. We are still here as a friendship and as a union.
So based on that knowledge, would you say the same thing again?
Would I do the same thing again?
wrong.
He just said in a
I'll be
heartbeat.
wrong and strong.
In the same situation with the same person?
No.
Right, listen, let me take it to the streams. We gotta move on. Listen. Right. Ashley has said, what about family members? Someone I know has split with their baby mother and she has an issue with the fact that he still maintains a relationship with her mum.
Well, did we touch on this?
We had a couple weeks ago.
We can go with him.
Alright, cool. Can someone just touch on it for Ashley? I don't know if she was
That's right.
present.
That if you've got a child together, I think that's right.
Yeah, I think it's
that
right
he
as well.
still maintains that relationship.
Grandparents and all that, you have to.
Yeah,
You have to.
It just makes things a lot easier. If
So the fact that he's got there's a baby involved
Yeah,
gives him that
makes
right.
it
If there was no baby, there should be no
Nah, you
relationship.
shouldn't be keeping a relationship. It's
No,
not
it's not
right. It's just you should be doing it, in my opinion.
yeah.
It isn't questionable when there's a child involved.
The child cements the fact that they should still be co-parent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to go back to Ashley as well. Seeing as everyone's on this attack thing, Ashley, I want to attack you because I just feel violated right now. I feel like I've been abused a little bit. So you was talking, Ashley, before, and I hope you can stick with us. If you can't, we obviously move on. You was talking about before about a friend, a male friend that's affected numerous. What's that?
So I was curious.
Yeah, numerous relationships. Are you single now? Would be the one question I think everyone wants to know.
I really want to know. Have you not done
What happened? That's what I wanna know.
anything happened in the past? Anything that's a bit grey? Be honest. That if there was a little kiss or anything, I'm just
It could be the same thing with girls, where girls don't like a good-looking friend. He might just be a good-looking guy, and guys
I think
guys
he
look
sounds
at him
like
and
he's
say,
been around for
you know
long
what?
enough now.
For me, if
I
he's a
don't
good
like
looking guy, then something's happened. If he's not, he's just lurking.
Yeah, lurking.
No.
He knows he's jeopardising your relationships and he's still there. You're like, then that.
She's just
Right, Ashley's come back. She said, I think they are still maintaining a friendship, and no, she's not single. So you're in a happy relationship right now. Everything's all good. Nothing's happened, she said, but he has tried to move to me.
Man, like the lurker.
No, that's
He's got to go.
no. But that right there
Bye, Felicia.
shows you
He's got to go.
a man's intuition is bang on.
Sir,
And she has also said, and he has expressed feelings.
Of course he does. He loves.
come
He
on.
can't say he loves you.
So actually, do you not think to yourself that the guys in the past this guy is obviously
lost a relationship
with, you've lost a relationship because of this guy, or this guy is coming to cause problems in previous relationships.
but suppose that was before the friendship blossomed.
here we go.
Like maybe that was like early doors. He might have moved to her at the beginning.
Trust me.
When he first met her, he could have moved to her. That's what she's talking about. She could be talking about when they first met. That's how the friendship. That's how they began their friendship.
You don't declare feelings at the start of a friendship.
That's very true.
Lurking.
Alright, let me just say a few more things, and we're going to move on from Ashley as well. Ashley, I appreciate you being a good sport and everything and giving us the information to obviously have a conversation. She's actually said she's never been interested, so that would kind of make me pose a question.
He's
If that's the
stop
case,
teasing him.
why have you maintained a
Exactly, stop
relationship
teasing
with
him.
somebody you know has more intentions than just friendship?
Stop
And it's affected more than one
And
relationship.
yeah, but
And
if
he's
you haven't
hanging
watched
on.
our previous videos, he is called a lurker.
Hashtag that.
Hashtag the lurker, yeah. Get that out there. Right, listen, I just want to take a couple more from the streams. William J. Silver has said, I have a fantastic relationship with the mother of my children's family. It shouldn't be a problem. It's beneficial for the children to see positive interactions between two parties.
Definitely.
And you know what? Yep, I salute that as well. Definitely. Right, Monica said, whether there's a child or not, it's fine to maintain contact with family members. I'm sorry, but if I create a bond with his family, I'm not going to break it because we didn't work out. And again, that touches directly. We're touching directly onto things we said before. Monique, big up yourself. Thank you very much. Wayne Edwards has said, www.toplurker.com. Right, my arse off. Yeah. Everyone again, thank you for all the shares. We do appreciate it. Right, Wayne Edwards again has said, and I think I missed this comment before. Ultimatum sets the wrong tone. Before even initiating your point of view from the start, I totally agree. It's all about the approach. All right. Cool. And he's also gone on to give Ashley some advice on the stream. Right. So, guys, obviously, we've got onto my situation, guys. Basically, everyone thinks that I dropped them for a girl, and then the girl's gone, and I've tried to get the relationship back here. But, listen, we're talking quite a long time ago, but has anyone else here been in any sort of situation where there has been an issue between partner and friend, and what happened? Anyone?
Partner's not always bad.
We go to Riggs on this one, close up.
So not necessarily me, but I had a friend where his wife didn't want to have certain people at their wedding.
That's me again. I have to check and see this me again.
She spoke about one or two people and the term immature was used, and I kind of felt like she was talking about me, but I never really quite found out whether or not it was directly about me being at the wedding. I don't think I'm immature, but at times, like when we're together, we do,
Did you go to the wedding?
So, can I just rewind? So, one of your boys,
a friend of mine.
Okay, somebody, yeah. And his missus didn't want you at the wedding.
I don't think she did. I know there was talks about certain people coming to the wedding. Okay. I'm gonna say
why not?
I only went to the evening part, but I think that was just probably due to numbers. I like to believe that it wasn't because I wasn't wanting it the whole thing.
Right, listen, we've got a question from the streamer, and on that, our next stream is all about questions. So get them ready. The next stream we're going to be going in as well. But Carlene has actually asked, can I ask, would you lot give your woman that ultimatum with one of her friends?
No. Alright, but
I got to think about that because
no,
I won't give you an ultimatum, right, but I will put it in a way where you got to go.
But you know, right?
So, but that's basically an ultimatum.
No, I'm not giving you an ultimatum. I'm approaching it differently.
Can I ask you?
Let me go to Nick on this one. Go on.
For me, before I'm even going to my missus, no, not before, but I'll probably have a little conversation with her. But I'm going to go to the guy first.
He always doesn't, but you might not have access to him though.
I will have access to it. I'm going to go to the guy, and we're going to get to have a man-to-man talk, innit? And if I come out of that comfortable, then we're cool, innit? If I'm in that conversation and I feel like you've got some ulterior motive, or you're trying to be some Johnny Bravo, then
a guy can give you any
No, but man knows man, innit?
Yeah.
Man knows man.
It's not like you coming out and
you came to me, Nick, I will fall back and I'll be like, no, man,
can I ask you?
Don't worry about that. Give it all that spirit, you're going to buy into it.
That's bullshit.
Right.
So, forgetting the whole guy thing, yeah? Your girl has a friend, yeah? And all she wants to do is go out raving. You don't like, it's not no heavy relationship you lot have been in. You're not living together, whatever. You got a girl, she goes out raving all the time. Her best friend is hoeing. Now, do you say you don't really want her to move?
No, you're not in a position.
Do you voice any?
If it's not heavy,
I know the relationship's what's wrong.
But you see a future with her.
No, even if I see a future with her, I wouldn't dictate at that point. But what I would do is I would tell her about the kind of person that I expect from my woman. Like, and if she's willing to meet that, then
I like that approach.
No, but then I'll just tell her friends are hoe. But I'm just letting you know, just so that you know your friends are hoe, innit? And after you do with that information as you please. But you know your friends are hoe.
Listen, I need to take it to the stream. Ashley, you're on fire today. She's kind of controlling the stream out there. And there's that on conversations kind of going on, which we're totally happy with. To be honest, we ain't got no control over it anyway. But she's actually saying, what if your woman's friend was a hoe? Would that actually make a difference on whether that friend has got to be locked off? Because, and I'm just trying to put these all together. Does the whole friend influence your missus?
If she does, you shouldn't be my missus.
Or is it, as Dion is saying, or is it irrelevant whether their friend is actually a hoe or not. So let me
not
go to Darren on this one.
in the ideal world, I'm not gonna want my missus out there with some girl who's a hoe. Yeah, because I do think there's truth in guilty by association. Yeah, I do think there's truth.
Is hoeing contagious?
However, the type of woman that I want my missus to be, you're not sheep, innit? You're a leader.
That's the
don't fucking follow people and be going holy because your friend's holy.
But the hoe could be following her.
Huh?
But the hoe could be following her. No.
You said he's working.
No, in terms of is it like the hoe could be trying to live the kind of life that your missus is living,
Which is that happens a lot.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fine.
but you don't know which way it is.
No. But that's fine. What I'm saying is my problem is not with, and I don't have no allegiances with the whole. I'm in a relationship with my missus, innit? So you've got to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You can have friends, and you're not going to be able to control all of your friends' actions and how they behave and their personalities and their traits. I'm with you. You've got to know that when you're in a relationship, you act a certain way, you behave a certain way, just like I've got to do.
So what if your missus has got a friend? Yeah, you got no issues with her, but she's buff. Yeah, she every time you see her, like your mind starts like ticking over, whatever. Yeah, you start getting physiological reactions like that you can't control. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you be comfortable being around that girl all the time, or would you find an excuse to say to your missus?
Used to it.
Okay.
So hold on. So what do you expect to say? Oh, babe, I can't be around this girl. She makes me hard.
Okay, fine.
Am I meant to say that?
No. But would you not say that? But would you find an excuse to kind of not want her to be around the house?
No, do you know why? Because at the end of the day, like, once again, I'm in a relationship, and it's down to me to control myself and remember that I'm in a relationship with one person.
Fine. So if you had a friend now, and every time they come around, your wife got wet and.
But how am I going to know?
But
Wait, you know.
Hey, man's taking these people. Hold on a minute, man. Let's say a bit down.
They were dribbling on the floor and
Turn on, like, come on.
Yeah, okay, but she was clearly attracted to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Just physically. Would you not want him to be around as much?
If I saw that she's clearly, there's some kind of chemistry there, then I'm approaching her. I'm not approaching him.
That's what you said. Yeah, you said chemistry there. I don't. Chemistry.
No.
chemistry creates explosions.
No, but you can use the word chemistry because nothing has to have happened, or there doesn't have to be any form of, I don't know, emotional attachment for there to be chemistry. There can be a physical, sexual chemistry between the two.
I'm getting my woman out of that situation.
And this is what I'm saying.
Babes, we're leaving.
My thing is with her, like, freak it, my thing is with her, straight.
But would you still let him come around the house as frequently and stuff? And
You can only be there if I'm there, that's for one.
He's gonna laugh.
Now, to answer that question honestly, wouldn't you would create distance? I think you would create distance naturally. I sure would. Like,
You got to put the brakes on that.
What create distance in what's the
not time to change my friendship just with that friend and my woman. I'm creating that distance there.
I'm creating this. I got
of course you are.
I would be cool with that.
What are you saying, guys? Jay, what are you saying on this
I'll be
one,
honest,
man?
another part of me, I wouldn't create no deal. I'll just say, you know what, let's see what's going on here. Like, you know what, I'm not, at the end of the day,
He wants to know where he stands.
yeah, I want to know where I stand. I don't want to have to create no distance to make it. Then I don't want to be with me. So if she's feeling a guy, and I'm thinking she's feeling a guy, then go do your thing.
She don't do nothing yet, but you see the chemistry every time that don't bother you.
What do you mean? But no, but if I'm seeing chemistry every day, that's a game changer.
Yeah, you have to reevaluate the relationship.
It's a game changer. If your woman is feeling one of your friends,
What, you just attracted to him?
no, and if I can sense, you know what, I can understand. You know, if she thinks you're attracted, and if I actually notice an attraction, then then no, I'm sorry, that's a game changer for me.
I'm with you. I'd rather know where I stand.
I want to know where I stand. I'm not going to hide it, lie, keep everyone separate.
I'm sure when they get together, I want to know exactly where
I want to know what's going on
That's a
here.
bit of a nuts one for me. But
Listen, I think we weren't really left with the question because Ashley's come back and said, I meant with the guys want their woman to lock off a friend of hers that's a hoe.
no, I just don't think I don't think I need to.
Maybe we didn't go so
Yeah,
far.
we touched on that.
Yeah, maybe we didn't. Right, Cardin's actually said, I think it does also depend on the friendship you have with your woman or man, and And then Ashley said, yes, it could be your friend she's attracted to or another guy elsewhere. You know, if I'm seeing, like I said, I think attraction is something you do not have control over. Yeah, is everyone in agreement with that?
Agreed.
Yeah, right. But your actions, you do. If there's no opportunity for any action to happen, you're in a safe place. G's more on the thing of, well, I'm going to put the piece of meat by the dog and leave it there for 12 hours. That meat's going to get eaten.
No, it should not be eaten. It should not be eaten.
And that's the point. And if it's eaten, then it's a bad dog that needs to be put down. No, I'm joking, man.
Oh shit, we went into dogs and bitches. I'm sorry, guys. Total accident. I'm sorry about that. Right, Wayne has actually said most hoes usually make bad choices. So not sure where the friend aspect comes in. Usually you as the individual present the balance to the whole type ways. I'm sure in time you would grow apart from those type of friends as you get older.
Yeah, that's okay. I agree with
No,
that.
I agree with that to a degree.
Let me see what you're saying.
I don't understand the first bit you're saying, hoes make bad choices. Based on what? Like, hoes might just like being hoes.
Yeah.
Hoes like listen, because that's just a lifestyle choice. You can never agree with a choice.
But in the host's eyes, it's not a bad choice. But in another person's eyes, it's a bad choice.
Yeah, but then
and that's what he's saying.
Yeah, but it doesn't give him the right to say that it's a bad choice.
No, because obviously that's why they're deemed hoes. There wouldn't otherwise be called hoes. Then, would
No,
they?
but
Like that shit.
Yeah.
I don't agree with bad choice. I'm with Nick. It's not a bad choice.
It's not a bad choice.
They don't think it's a bad choice.
No, of course they wouldn't. There are people who actively choose to be hoes. There are women who actively choose to be hoes. But
God bless
obviously,
you. God bless
people. but for those women who aren't hoes, some deem it as a bad.
I disagree. I don't think that anyone makes it. I think at the end of the day, as long as you're real within yourself and then it's not a bad choice. If you're comfortable, actually, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm cool with hoes, and it's not because they're real. Like, be real with it, and that's the point. And I don't think that you should then turn around and sit there and think class it as a bad choice. Nah, man. Yeah, hoes.
If you're happy with your own choices,
As long as you're happy within your own choices, big up to you, man.
That's cool, but that wasn't really what the point. That wasn't the point.
Alright, listen, guys, we have got to wrap this one up. Time's flying. Yeah, we've really got to wrap it up. I need to start getting the last final thoughts, and this has kind of become about friends as hoes and shit. Like, we're going to get the final thoughts about partners versus friends. Let's start from my right. Rakes, final thoughts.
My thing is, in an ideal world, I would prefer that my friends are friends with my missus. It just makes life a lot easier. I like a happy home, and I like everyone to be nice with everyone. But if it can't work, the one thing you don't do is do ultimatums. That's never. Put me in a corner is never gonna be the way to.
Nobody would tell you.
No, baby in the corner.
That's too much dirty.
That's never the way to get results.
Thanks. Talk to us, man.
I think that, you know what, yeah, you shouldn't be giving out ultimatums. The bottom line, your partner should be an extension of your thoughts. So to be honest with you, my missus, she was the checker for me. So it's like, I would introduce her to all my friends and she would like them. And if she didn't like them, then I would have to look at them and think, okay, well, why isn't it? Then, you know, she should. No. I would have to look at them and think, why doesn't she like them? It doesn't mean I'm going to knock them off. I'm saying is that, you know, I'm not saying I'll knock them off, but that's what I'm saying. So if she sees them different, then it makes me look at them in a different perspective. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't make me knock them off. But yeah, I think in all honesty, you should listen to what your partner has to say, take it on board, and then and choose to do with that information as you please. But just please take it on board, because at the end of the day, sometimes they can see it when lurkers are happening. Shout out Ashley. I'm playing.
Nick.
I think we're unanimous in saying that the ultimatum thing isn't a good choice. I'm kind of inclined to agree with you here. Like, I think your wife's or your partner's views are important, but they shouldn't define you. If you've had a friend for 20 years, not that broke before hose or anything like that, but you shouldn't let someone who doesn't know the full extent of your friendship dictate it.
Yeah, beautifully said. That's
I totally agree with Nick. I don't think I've got any much more to say on that. I totally agree with Nick. Angie.
Darren.
I would personally say, yeah, everybody should have their own friends. For me personally, I would always want my missus and my friends to be cool together. I can only imagine it being extremely uncomfortable if that isn't the situation. I can only imagine it being very uncomfortable if I can't leave my missus around my guys. Like, who wants to be in that situation? I would say ultimatums is not the best way to go, but I would say to guys and girls, if your partner comes and gives you an ultimatum, don't necessarily just rubbish it. Yeah, there might be something severe in that, and there could be a reason as to why your missus has taken that approach. It's obviously you've got to read your way through the shit and find out what is fact and what isn't fact. But yeah, you live your life. You have your own friends. Live life and be happy.
Right, man, that sounds like the signing off. What can I say after that? Man, come with a slogan to end it all, you know. Right, listen, guys. Let me. I agree with everything that's been said on the table. Just don't come to me and ultimatum. I won't do the same to you. Like we're cool. We can work shit out. But guys, keep sharing the videos, especially when we go live. Share it out. Keep liking the posts. Keep supporting us. We do appreciate it. Yeah, the Christmas jumper effort was for you guys as well. Like, we're so glad that people have kind of noticed and recognised.
Who's the favourite? Who's the favourite?
Who won?
Yeah, for real. All right, listen. I'm going to give it like another 60 seconds. Yeah, whoever gets the most votes is going to be the winner. Yeah, and then they get to eat 2 mince pie or something. Like, let's see who kind of comes through. Just a single name, guys. If someone can put them in the comments.
Shout out, wife. Your time to shout. Your time to shout. Shout out, wife. Shout out.
Yeah. While that's happening, yeah, everyone can kind of put out their little appeal. £2 a month appeal and all that. But while that's happening, can we make sure that everyone joins us again on the next stream? It's going to be about the next 5 to 10 minutes. We're just going to set up and make sure. Dwayne is in the lead right now with 2 votes. 3 votes, Dwayne.
What?
Yeah?
What?
The Pan-African.
Nah, man. Look. Are you not serious?
Darren's got a vote. Thank you. He's in the game. We're going to give this another 10. Dwayne's gone out to 4. I'm going to wrap this one up. Sylvia said Dwayne again. Dwayne is the winner with this one. Thank you,
I need 1 vote.
Guys, thank you again for joining us. Yeah, we're back on the other stream in about 5 minutes or so. Yeah?
What's up, mums?